Is right here, meteorologist Bobby Deskins. Hello. How
Good morning. Well, afternoon now, isn't it? Yeah. A little bit of rain around this weekend. Not a whole lot. We're actually going to get almost a taste of fall. You probably felt some slightly less humid air yesterday.
This morning.
Yeah, and in the mornings are when you're really going to notice it. The afternoons we'll see just a few passing showers, mainly coming in from the north and the east. But it's going to be drier overall for the next several days and a little less humid. Let's start with the tropics, because while you're having fun out there this weekend, we're going to be keeping an eye on it. We do have a wave coming off of Africa now. It has a 40% chance of developing, although we're not really concerned. Here's Barbados, there's Puerto Rico. You see, we think it's going off to the west-northwest, and the further north this gets, the better chance it will recurve. And in fact, most of the modeling is suggesting that it does recurve. Let's jump out. This is as we get into the 22nd. So this one's already come up and gone out. Okay, so we're talking through the 18th or so. This thing is recurving probably east of Bermuda. There'll be a couple more waves to watch, but there's just not a lot out there at this particular time. I do think that things get a little bit more active after about the 18th of the month. Okay, and so it's typical. Look, we have about 60% of our activity after September 10th. Okay, so we should pick up just a little bit at least. Now, a couple showers out there right now near Lake Wales, one north of Plant City, kind of northwest of Lakeland. But you can see most areas are actually dry right now. In fact, that might actually be some smoke from a wildfire burn. But see the showers off to our east? That is part of an area of low pressure that's developing. It's going to move up the coast, move northward, and this flow out of the northeast will continue. And so it picks up some of that moisture and drags it off to our direction, and that would be our afternoon showers and storms. And there's only a few of those. This is not typical summertime weekend here, okay? Upper 80s to near 90, but upper 60s and low 70s in the morning. Frontal boundary is down to the south. That's going to keep most of the rain there. But some of these storms are going to continue to form out here, and so I think quite a few clouds, especially south of I-4 through the weekend. That's Armature Works right now, and you can see a little bit of a breeze out there. I think it goes northeast all the way through the weekend. It's 10 to 15, but it feels good, right? Air temps lower 80s now, 79 in St. Pete, 83 in Homosassa, Crystal River, 82 in Lakeland and Tampa. And the winds out of the north and the east. If it was north, we'd get some of this really dry air. But it's coming in off the Atlantic, so it moderates that air a little bit. So we've got dew points in the low 70s, but that number was in the mid 70s, so it has dropped a little bit. And then as we get into, we think, Sunday night and Monday, it drops down a little bit more so. So, the good looking feel to it, right? Saturday night I think is nice. Sunday's great. Sunday night into Monday is going to be fantastic. Sunday evening I think is going to be really nice. And then you can see on the forecast model our rain chances. This is 5 o'clock today. Polk, Hardy, DeSoto Highlands, a little bit in eastern Manatee. Not much for the I-75 corridor because it's coming in from the northeast. This is tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Just a few passing showers late in the day. This is 4 o'clock. Some of these will get all the way to the coast. 4, 5, 6 o'clock. But you can see that is not a lot of rain. And Sunday looks very, very similar with that. The dry air. Now, this is Saturday. And see this little low trying to develop. If it does and moves to the north, that will pull down some slightly dry air. That's why we think Sunday into Monday is a little bit drier. But this is Wednesday afternoon. Here comes the moisture from the south. And by Thursday, we are right back into the soup. And in fact, that's through Saturday and Sunday of next weekend, summer-like. Humidity's back, afternoon showers and storms, upper 80s to low 90s, right back into the thick of summer. And in fact, probably have quite a few clouds around as well because it's a frontal boundary that's pretty much stalled out. So take this weekend, enjoy a little bit of a break. I mean, yeah, upper 80s to near 90, but with the lower humidity, it's going to feel more comfortable out there, right? So I think it's a good-looking weekend ahead. Look at those low rain chances all the way through Wednesday, but Thursday into Friday probably have to bump those rain chances up. Back to the heat, back to the humidity.
All right, thank you, Bobby.